This is central Tokyo on a Sunday morning. It is the meeting place for the new wave of Japanese. Individuals who refuse to conform to the traditional society. It is all very far removed from the strict upbringing most Japanese children receive. A mother prepares her child for another day at school. But even for young children, life at school can be very tough. In this kindergarten, the Hikari school, children are already being taught relatively advanced English and mathematics.
I'm shy.
Life at this school, like many others, is very demanding on these young children.
Everybody stand up, please. Stand up.
They are made to run around half naked in winter and summer. Mentally and physically, these children are already being prepared for future careers.
In Japanese, there is an expression, the nail that sticks out is hammered down. So people who really want to be different can't survive in an Asian society. So it's rather difficult for artists and eccentrics to survive in this country. That's why there are so many Japanese artists living in New York or Brussels or Paris or London. From elementary school, they're often pushed to studying, and they have extra classes after school so that they can go to a better middle school, so they can go to a better high school, so they can go to the best university. So when they graduate, they could get a job in one of the more prestigious companies. So it's really what you call précitant in French. It's terribly competitive, and a lot of children crack up under the pressure, and there are a lot of negative things that happen, like bullying, and children who can't cope with the studying.
Last year, our son killed himself. He was being bullied in school. He tried to fight it, but in the end, he gave up. His heart was broken, and he chose death. We never knew that he suffered that much. He never showed us anything. He was a proud boy. Probably he would have lost a lot of face if he had told us. His friends never saw it coming either. Some friend told me the news. He called me. At first I couldn't believe it. I thought he was lying. Then the next day I heard it really did happen. I was very upset. Why did he commit suicide? Well, he changed schools and didn't have many friends there. He was lonely and was being bullied, and he couldn't cope with it all. Is it difficult then when you have no friends and you have to change school? I've changed schools a lot myself. In the beginning, I was always worried about whether I'd have any friends. It's quite a relief when you finally get a friend, but you're sad if you can't find any. These problems and traumas are far from the minds of most Japanese families. These twin daughters go to the Hikari kindergarten. The children are encouraged to spend their days without a top so that they are hardened against the cold. They just rub each other to keep warm if need be.
When I first came here, I was really surprised that the children were running around in shorts, and outside the weather was really bad. It was sleeting, and I was bundled up with lots of sweaters and a cardigan, and all these naked children came into the classroom, and I said, where are their clothes?
This practice of making the kids study half naked may well be peculiar to this school. But the equally crazy idea that a child has to memorize everything is widely accepted. A child is not creative. That's rubbish. A child's drawing may produce a strong emotional feeling in adults. Just because a child draws spontaneously large and uses lots of colours. But a child can't lay anything of itself into the drawing. You ask too much of the child if you want him to use his creativity.
I would say there's not a lot of character building because, of course, it's a question of time. So the Japanese have to learn a lot to read, which is one of the reasons that they're trying to teach them to do that in this school, because small children have much better memories. So I think it's absolutely dreadful. If I had a child and when they grew up they were a labourer, or they worked in a factory, or they don't have to be university professors. You know, I don't think that's the most important thing. I think the most important thing is character.
Thank you very much.
When my daughter first started school, she kept on falling ill, and of course I was worried. But she hasn't had this problem since, and there is this special prize. Children who walk around in their bare belly from November to February get a certificate. It's only paper, but the children are very happy with it. Last year my daughter saw this, and now she wants one as well, whatever the cost. Now every day she goes into school with a bare belly. Bullying is a big problem nowadays, but I think it is wrong to say that it's the fault of the educational system. The cause has to be looked at home, I think. The mothers at this school are rather severe, but lately many mothers can't manage the discipline they need to bring up their children at home. This traditional authoritarian approach suppresses the child's emotions. Ken Hiranos' school never even told the children about his suicide. On the day of his suicide, Bullies spread margarine all over his table. In the 3 days before his burial, the school didn't say anything. We only found out about this in the newspaper. When we asked the school, only then did they even acknowledge what really happened. The school never took it seriously. I have to wonder whether they realise that their role is to educate people. We have not heard anything about the bullies, the children that spread the margarine. In fact, we don't even know who did it. Almost every day, we receive threats over the phone. It's over now, but for 4 months we received calls. It remained silent at the other end of the line. Or they would say, leave this town. Even children would do it.
この町から出ていけ。そういう電話いろいろありました。子供からのいたずら電話ももちろんありました。
How are you? I'm fine, thank you. I'm fine, thank you. How are you? I'm fine too. さあ、一緒に歌ってみましょう。Let's sing together. Hello, hello. How are you? How are you? I'm fine, thank you. I'm fine, thank you. How are you? I'm fine too.
It's very hard for teachers to realise what is going on in their classrooms and root out bullying. They simply have too many pupils.
My name is Leona. In high schools, it's about 40 to 1 or 50 to 1, which is a ridiculous ratio. The teacher very often doesn't know the children's names.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10.
Cram schools are very onerous on the parents as they're very expensive, very time-consuming for the children. So they don't have a lot of time to enjoy themselves with their friends. So the way they enjoy themselves with their friends at the moment is going to cram school with their friends and then maybe going to McDonalds and having a Coca-Cola and doing their homework together. So it isn't really a lot of fun being a teenager, even with all the distractions that seem to be offered to teenagers. It isn't really so wonderful.
Look here. Okay. Cheese. Thank you. Madoka Mori teaches the Hikari kindergarten. It was a long and hard road she travelled to get here. Even in the first year at school, I had to study for entrance examinations to get into the next year. I had to take evening classes when some of my friends were playing. I took classes from 4 in the afternoon till midnight, even during the Christmas and summer holidays. It is 9:45 in the evening. These children are at a late night cram school to get through the vital entrance exams. Even the teachers see that the Japanese educational system fails to provide room for the individual, artistic or unusual children.
I think many Japanese students have lost their identities. It's a very sad thing, I think. It was caused by Japanese education now. Today, many Japanese teachers teaches only studying by the desk and don't teach other interesting things in life.
アメリカやヨーロッパで
Do you know what children do in Europe or the States after 5 p.m.?
国の人々が何をするか知ってますか?
Playing, maybe? Not so long ago, a boy in the second grade committed suicide after reading a suicide manual. They commit suicide because they don't know the fear of death yet. Japan isn't afraid of attacks by foreign countries. Children no longer have that sense of danger. If they hit someone, they don't realize they can hurt someone. Nobody loves you.
さっき言ったことは、
There is a saying,
例えば日本にはこういう言葉が
you see,
見て見ぬふ
but
り
you
をする
pretend not to
という
see,
言葉があるんですね。
which
それ
means
で、
one wants to
厄介
keep
な
away
こと
from
とか
danger and problems.
危ないことには、首を突っ込まない。
Everybody still
そういうものを
acts as
見
if
ても知ら
nothing
んふりを
happened.
するよっていう行動を大人も取りま
Adults
す。
too.
取ることがあります。
誰もいないね。
However, some parents are starting to see the potential signs of bullying.
こっちも。
現在ね、はっきり言って、今、
My son
幼稚園
goes to
に行ってど
kindergarten,
っちかというと、
and he is a bit of a
対象
gang
な面があると
leader.
思うんですよ。だから結局、
He's
口
very
も早いんですけど、
and
言
hasn't
って
had
るこ
much
とが通じない
patience.
とか、なんつうか、そんと喋っててもなんか、
In this
やっ
class,
ぱり気が弱い
there's a rather shy girl.
グループでも。
If he doesn't understand her, he takes away her toys. Just like that. He even hit her a couple of times. Then I was really mad at him. Bullies always pick on someone weaker than themselves. They'll never pick on someone stronger or smarter. Children who lag behind in their studies often resort to this kind of violence, normally against someone physically weaker than themselves. In Japan, the mentality of the group works this way. They bully people smaller than themselves or those working underneath them.
自分より下の人間をいじめたがるんですよね。
Miss Nagasaki leads one of the few organizations dedicated to solving the problem of bullying and suicides.
子供の立場、親の立場からしても絶対に良くない
Bullying,
ことだと思
we
う。
should never allow it.
そのために
All
本当は
parents in
日本
Japan
の親たちも
should
多く立ち
stand
上が
up
らな
against
ければ
it.
いけないけど、進学問題って
But
い
at
う
the
ものが
moment,
絡んでますか
they
ら
won't.
そのために
Because they're
親たちは
afraid.
何も
They're afraid
手出
it
し
might
も
have consequences
言葉
on
も
the exam results of their
意見も
children.
何も言えない状
They
態。
simply don't dare
子供た
make
ち
any
も
changes or
母親
participate
に伝え
in
ることも
any
できない。
firm action.
なかなか問題
The
が解決
parents
されない
know
から
that in the
10
past 10
年間全て
years,
放
nothing
置
has
されている問
changed.
題だから
But they're afraid of the
言ったら
consequences.
どうされるかってことがもう現実に分かってます
Children
子
can't
供
say
も言えな
anything,
い親も手も出
but
しない
neither do the parents.
で社会は
And so
利害
everything
関
just
係の
stays
中
the
で
same.
それを封じ込めようっていうそういう背景があるから何もできない子供が一番追い込まれて一番かわいそうな立場にいます
Let's build together our future. Everybody has to work together for this. Today, Mrs. Nagasaki visits the school where Kun had classes. Time upon time, she has tried to talk to the head and the teachers on the problem of bullying and suicide. Until now, she's had no success. Can we make an appointment with you? No, I'm sorry. The headmaster's not here.
マスコミのことじゃなくても
Not only the
あの
media
親
gets
が
this
言っても
answer,
ね友人に来て
but
も
parents as
いつもそ
well.
ういう応対の仕方ですよね私もっと
Look,
あの
I
身内と
hope
かで
you're
すね
familiar with the
そういう
parents
人
or
が
the
来た場合に
families.
もっとこう親身になってねそれに対応してあげるっていうねことがやってもらいたいんですけどね
Well, look, that's your opinion, but the headmaster's not here. So you'll have to set another appointment some other time.
改めて言っていただいてそれをなされるなら取材をしたいということをお願いしたいと思います。
それは分かってるんです
It's always like this.
それ
It's
が
so
なかなか伝わらな
difficult.
いから
That's why we're here
今日ちょっ
today.
とですね来たんですけどね
So when will the headmaster be
何
back?
時頃お帰りになります
今日はもうすぐ帰り
Not today.
どちらの方に
But where is he today? Is he out of the province?
県内
But he will
で
return,
も
won't
一回は
he?
こちらに戻られますよね
いえ戻りません。
Not
でそれは
today.
自宅ですか
He goes straight home?
自宅の方に戻られる
The vice said as well.
京都先生もですか
Today, Mrs. Nagasaki didn't get beyond the door, but she keeps on fighting. My child was bullied too. From my personal experience, I've seen that it takes everyone to help solve the problem of bullying. Schools, parents, and society in general should all work together to solve it. Otherwise, the future of Japan looks very grim indeed.
人間としても心が失われてしまうっていうことで。